Okay, hopefully I can be heard. So after you load up game, you arrive at this screen. You've got a friends list over here on the right. It'll probably be empty if you're just starting out. Then you've got some options over here: Persistent Universe, Star Marine, and Arena Commander. To design your avatar, go to Persistent Universe, Character Customization, and you'll see a couple of heads pop up here. This foreground head is you, and the background head is a mixer head. And so you can see these up down arrows over here. You can cycle through these various faces. Let me find... Oh, that guy looked interesting. Okay, so over here on the far left, you got your gender, which I've already picked. First head, whole head. So whole head lets you blend with the background head here. So you can see the sliders all the way to the left. That means I've got none of him mixed in with me. Now as I slide it, watch the foreground face, my face, get all fat and round, goofy looking, because it takes on a lot of that guy. And I should have erased a lot of... Oh, I switched over to mouth. I see. Whole head. Let's take him out. But what you can do is maybe get about half of him. Now let's switch to something else. Like this guy. We'll get half of him added in with the half of the other guy. Then we'll get half of this Bruce Willis looking fellow here. See if I go full force there. It looks a lot like him, but let's take it out down to about half. Now we blended a whole bunch of faces together. Looks like you can apply the skin tone if you want. Instead of going, let's suppose I liked that face, but I particularly like this guy's jaw. So, see, as I slide that, it just changes my chin. Then maybe I want this guy's crown. I don't know why I want this guy's crown. Look how big that is. Nose, let's find somebody's nose. Let's take this dude's nose. There. Come on. Why can't I? There, turn my guy. She's not too bad looking now. Anyway, so come down to hair, and now back head has gone away. It's just us. You can use this top thing to change hair color. Same style. Just cycles through a bunch of different colors. You can also change through styles. And is that a new one? I don't think I've seen that style. You can get the long Nazi hairdo there. You can get the something about Mary hair. Get the mohawk. Hail Caesar. Surfer dude. Just woke up, dude. Bald. Oh, there's our Nazi hair. You can get the trans hair. You can get the Asian girl hair. I actually put this one on but dark when I'm making my character look like Nanette, because of course you can go female there. That looks kind of like Starbuck, what do you know? Anyway, Oh yeah, eyes. You can cycle through different people's eyes. There we go. Freaking anime looking. And you can change the color. Just like the hair was. Anyway, so let me cancel that. Leave. Okay, so that's how you create a character. Let's go back to that main menu. Star Marine is kind of a first-person shooter, FPS, practice thing. Arena Commander is a flight practice. So let's go in there. Loads up pretty quickly. Single player. You can choose classic race and then what map. What we want is free flight. You can go on Broken Moon or Dying Star. I really hate the lighting in Broken Moon, so we'll take Dying Star. If you've got more than one ship, you can select it here. See if we can grab the arrow. Ship customization. Okay, looks like it's loaded up. So you know what? Let's jump back and grab the Aurora because that's what a new player would have. Select ship, launch game. I don't hear any sound.
Welcome to Robert Space
There we go.
Enjoy the ride.
Okay, so right now I'm just using mouse and keyboard. I prefer a flight stick, but I didn't plug it in right yet. But just moving the mouse, you can steer your ship. If you want to start moving, hold W to start going forward. Okay, so I've come to a stop. I'm going to aim at that little space station looking thing. Center my mouse. Okay, so if oops, I shot. If I hold A, I'm sliding to the left. If I hold D, I'm sliding to the right. If I hold space, I slide up. If I hold control, I slide down. If I push S, I'm starting to go backwards. If I push W, I go forward. You can see, okay, see this little three-pronged thing that's moving around kind of the center? That kind of shows which way I'm moving, but I'm going to use it as a pointer device. Okay, see this little kind of arrow-looking thing with a 0 in it there? That's your speed indicator. So as I hit W and start going forward, it speeds up. It's kind of hard to see as I turn. You see it's kind of like a greater than and less than sign just to the lower right of my center reticle there. Okay, now it's moved to the left of the center reticle as I turn. That shows what direction you're actually moving. Let's come to a full stop. If I hold S and start going backward, now see it's less than and greater than. That means I'm going backwards. If I hold W, now it's greater than less than. That means I'm going forward. Okay, if I right click, shoots. There's a little space station thingy again. Let's get back in that general direction. Oh, there's those landing pads. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to find anyway. Oh, see our speed indicator, little arrow thing, a little to the right of that. See see this little horizontal bar that's moving up and down? That's kind of our speed limiter. So if I come down to here, I can't go any faster than 44 meters per second. If I use the mouse wheel forward, I can increase that. Now I can get up as high as 170 something, 200 and something, 300 and something. Anyway, so that's your speed limiter. That can come in handy. Because if you don't want to hold down W all the time, you can just tap C and it goes into like a cruise control mode. And it's like holding down W. Okay, so let's find space station and those little landing pads. There's the landing pads. Okay, that speed limiter I was just showing you. Okay, right there, that little heavier horizontal bar, that indicates your SCM speed. That's kind of like the ideal speed for whatever ship you're in, about 150. Means you can turn pretty darn good at that speed. If you're going faster than that, you're going to have quite a bit of drift. If I'm not mistaken, I think that X is your space brake. Okay, you can see number 7 here. Okay, as I get closer. Oh, by the way, E and Q roll. Now I'm going to tap N. That's going to put down my landing gear, and you can see gear right underneath that speed limiter indicator. It's flashing.
Landing
My
gear
gear's
deployed.
going. Okay, let me hit F4. This gives us our out-of-body view, as I like to call it. So N, you can see our landing gear go up, and again our landing gear goes down. By the way, when you're in out-of-body view, third-person view, you hold Z, and then as you move your mouse around, it changes your camera view. You can see this Aurora only has 2 guns on. Okay, tap F4. Get back into regular view. I'll tap W a few times. Get over the landing pad. Oh, by the way, if you hold Z while you're in the cockpit, you also look around. And if you hold F, you also look around, but you'll see things like power off highlight, open exterior highlight, unlock highlight. Because F is your most used key. It's what's called the inner thought key, and it basically allows you to interact with stuff. Okay, so I should be over that landing pad, so let's hit F4. Come to kind of a 3/4 top-down view. Then as I tap Control a few times, just tap A to move over sideways a little bit. Looks like I'm not quite level. Pitch forward a little bit. Ooh. I hate using the mouse. Control, control, control. And I'm landed. Yay! F4 to get back in first person view. Tap Y. No, we have to hold Y. Let me change that. Hold Y. Get out of the seat. You can see this is a cheap ass ship because the seat didn't even rotate for you. Holding F, your pilot seat. See, you have to scooch by the seat. It doesn't even rotate. Hold Y again to get out. Now, a couple nice things about the Aurora. Back here you've got a bed. You can crawl in there and lie down. Which, from there, see if you can do it. No, just get up. If you were in the game, it would give you an option to log out. Other nice thing you've got is you've got doors on both sides, and these doors happen to be just the right size for docking, what's called docking collars. There's a ship. Oh, ladder unfolded, we couldn't quite see it. Another nice thing though about the Aurora here. Open ladder, open door is, oops, it's taking us in. If you've got a box for a box mission, which you'll become very familiar with, I'm sure, you can set boxes down in this little tiny lobby area, which is handy. The other starter ship, the Mustang, doesn't have that a little place to put boxes. Now they both have a cargo area, which isn't quite in. See there, this is where your cargo would be held. The Mustang has a little cargo area too, but it's got these boxes like taking up space all the time. So those boxes prevent you from setting a box mission box in your cargo area. And this one just doesn't have anything there yet. So Mustang's not useful for cargo, not useful for box missions right about now. But they've made those graphics better than they used to be. That's cool. Anyway, so that's one of the reasons not to get the Mustang right now. I kind of like the Mustang better, but until they fix that, it lacks a lot of usefulness. And you're most likely not going to keep either starter ship for very long. And if you really wanted to change your mind, you could melt the Aurora and switch it to the Mustang. Although I wouldn't do that because the Mustang isn't going to give you the 24 months insurance, and you'd have to pay a little bit extra because it wouldn't have a sale price. Anyway, here's your guns. Not sure what that is. I'm not sure if this one has any missiles either. The Aurora LN can hold a couple of missiles and a couple extra guns. Speaking of guns, I guess I'm speaking too soon. Nope. Yeah, I don't have a gun readied. Oh well. You could tap, if you had a gun ready, you tap 1 and it would draw your gun, and then you'd hold R to holster your gun. Anyway, this is Arena Commander. There are game modes where you can fight, computer piloted ships of various types. There's both the Pirate Swarm and the Van Duel Swarm. There's multiplayer modes where you can fight other people, and that's where things you do actually count. Okay, so we're in our seat. Tap, hold spacebar to take off. Shoot our guns just because we can. Tap and raise landing gear. There's another landing pad. Land here if we wanted. Let's crank up our speed limiter. Also, I think if you hold shift, it gives you your afterburners to get out a little quicker. You can overheat your engines. Okay, hold it too much. There we go. Overheating. Oh, we're gonna crash into the edge. Boom. And that's why you like to do things like this in Arena Commander. Instant respawns. Okay, I'm kind of holding W and D, so I did kind of slide around this little station thing. Looks like it's near this. Anyway, just play around, get familiar a little bit. Let's exit to menu. When you're ready to go into the universe, persistent universe, your first time, you're going to want to choose Stanton system, and then it'll give you another option of which place to start out with. New Babbage, Area 18, and Moreville. I'd probably choose either Area 18 or New Babbage. They're both pretty cool. This little space station out here is called Port Olisar. That used to be the default start place, but it's not an option for the start anymore, otherwise I'd recommend that. It makes things a lot easier. You can have USA, Europe, Australia, or best. You can visit location. Takes quite a while to load. Let's load up pretty quick here, just so I can show you a couple of really basic things. And then I've got to get going. Oh hell, I've got to get going now. So basic things I will show are going to be very limited. Yeah, still here, still loading. That little, I call it the Cylon line underneath where it says loading. And generally, if that's still moving, you're not stuck. I haven't seen it get stuck for several months, but when it would get stuck, then you'd never end up loading. This is one of the reasons you want your game on an SSD. Is it takes a heck of a lot longer to load from a hard drive. Here we are. Okay, I'm holding Z so I can look off to the side. You can see the world kind of spawn in around me. Tap Y to stand up. Now that window actually looks out onto the world. If somebody flew by in a spaceship, you can see them. If I tap Control, I kind of crouch. Tap space to stand up. Jump. Gotta go bathroom. Gotta go to the kitchen. None of this stuff works yet. Okay, holding F. See how that kind of highlighted. Open. I'm out in the hallway. Currently, you don't get your hab back. Looks like we're probably on the 10th floor, maybe 9th. But once again, somebody flew by. You could see them. Down those tracks are the trains. I don't know if we get to see one. Sometimes you can actually see them moving. If you had a friend on it, you'd see his little name tag as he's going along the train. That takes you out to the starport. Sure enough, we're on the 10th floor. Find the elevator. Okay, I'm holding F. See that? Call it elevator. Takes a moment. To wait for the elevator, just like real life. Lobby, there we go. Pretty lobby of the Nest Apartments. Oh, by the way, the normal walking speed is pretty slow, but if you scroll your mouse wheel forward, you can walk pretty fast. And then if you hold shift, you can run. Anyway, you get down here, you can either go out to the spaceport or the commons. Probably want to take a look at the commons. We just missed our train. I'm going to come over to the edge here. When you're in person view, not ship view, you've got two different camera angles for F4. Okay, there's walking, and
Capsule now approaching station.
there's running. So, we've got two speeds there. The train's here. Get in it. Okay, that door again. F1 brings up your Mobi Glass. You can see I've got
Careful, doors are now closed.
almost 369,000 credits. Down here across the bottom are your various apps. Here's your communication app, your ship loadout app, your character loadout app, your star map app, your money trader app, which is a fairly new addition, so you can send other people money. Wonderful. Your missions, different missions you can take. So this is the, oh, don't know what this does. Modify shipboard equipment. Never used it. If you're landing on a landing pad, this little wrench icon, you can restock and repair. And here's get out of the Mobi Glass because it looks like we're at our destination. Almost, maybe. Anyway, I think that last part of our Mobi Glass was like the journal. You can find information. There's like the local laws, a few other things. Anyway, so here we
The
are,
capsule will be leaving the station
spaceport. Just wanted to make sure you knew how to get here. Elevators. Looks like somebody's coming down. That's a real person. Go back up the New Babbage Terminal. Once again, I would recommend checking out. Oops, sometimes this happens. World doesn't quite spawn in at first. Anyway, start getting to know which ways to go, because that door over there doesn't open, this door doesn't open. Oh, if you get a fine, traffic ticket or something, you can pay them in a place like this. I've got no outstanding fines. My fines are just ordinary. My fines are just fine. They're not outstanding or extraordinary. Come up here.
Where creative innovation.
Come around to this side. You can buy food and drink, stuffed penguins.
That's pretty much everything we got.
With.
Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
Click on
What?
more info. It'll tell you more about it. It's 44 hydration units. Effective hydrating. Buy one.
Be sure to
Quick buy will just get you to this point right here.
I'm not even supposed to be here.
You need your helmet off. You want a drink.
That's pretty much
And
everything
then
we
you'll
got.
see this little gray bar off about where my finger is. If I'm holding my left mouse button, it'll drink the whole thing.
Hey,
Otherwise, it'll
welcome
just
to-
take sips. It takes about
Never
5
mind.
sips
From all of us at Microtech,
to make it all the way through.
Babbage Interstellar Spaceport.
Then you can buy a nutrition bar. It's a quick buy this time.
Go. Just go. Stop looking and go.
Looking for a good time?
Now I don't hold down my thing. You notice our little
That's pretty much
water
everything we got.
bottles already disappeared. Doesn't stick around long. You can rent spaceships over here if you've got enough money. Hold F, click. It's 300 eyes, really good ship. I like it. Anyway, you can rent it for 1 day, 30 days, 7 days, 3 days.
Where creative innovation meets innovative creativity.
Before you go renting ships, a lot of people just loan you a ship. I'll be happy to. Okay, so over here is where you spawn ships. Now at different space stations and terminals might look a little different, but once you click use, it's pretty much the same. From here you would find the ship you want to fly, click retrieve,
Ready to upgrade?
it would tell you where it
Located
is,
in the plaza,
spawn that
the
aurora.
factory line has
Boom.
all of Microtech's latest offerings.
Takes a
For the
moment.
latest updates on ship availability and gate assignments, please use one of the conveniently located terminals.
Now the other day, because I knew this update was coming, I stripped out all the components of all my ships,
Why not rest?
so I probably wouldn't be able to fly the Aurora if I tried.
Located
And they have to be despawned in order to use the manager thing to change components. Here for it gives you a little reminder there. Come on, why are you taking so long? There we
Be
go.
sure to explore whether it's the latest
4. Applications menu, Friends, NB International Spaceport. Tap the little arrow thing there. It calls them. I'm just going to hit F1 to close the mobi-glass. But you can see our hangar door is open. If you're at a spaceport, you better be wearing a spacesuit at this point. So, I'm not, but we're on a planet. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. Holding F4 and the down arrow button to do that. Just kind of give you a sense of scale. I think that ship is or small, as the case may be. And that's about all I've got time for. Oh, we do, well, we don't have a power plant, so it's not going to help too much. Enter ship. I'll show you how to do it though. Hold F, under pilot seat. Scooch around the chair. Okay, power's not on. So, hold F, I look around, there we are. You can turn things on individually, but I like just flight ready, which I think is just tap the R key if I'm not mistaken. And it turns everything on. Your weapons, your shields, all the things. Hold F, look around again. Power off, engine on, engine off. Let's pull quantum drive. Click my mouse wheel there, it kind of zooms in on this panel. Yeah, I don't have any shields in this ship, so the shields are not charging. I do have a power plant. If I push the space bar, lift off, hold W to go out. Oh, that's right. Tap N to raise landing gear.
Thank you. Please visit again.
Oh, because I don't have any coolers. I took out the shields and the coolers.
Landing gear deployed.
Lowered the landing gear. I'm holding control. Oop. See if I can level out. Oh, so nose down here a bit. Take a look at those trees. I fly much better with my lights too. But hold Y. Hold F. Exit right. Could have done the same on the left side, but anyway, it's very cold. I don't have on a space suit, so I'll probably freeze to death. But it's okay. I'm off now. Really gotta go now. Anyway, hope this helped. Have fun.